Have you ever felt the need to create an empire, to seize your rival's lands and utterly emasculate him, to fight a war with your neighbors for so long your country's crippled for the next millennia, change your nation's path for the better, unite your country's cultures and religions through understanding, love, and the greater good, take part in the transatlantic slave trade, and of course, I know you to be a good Christian boy who would never enslave one of God's own children, so don't worry because the Pope said non-Christians aren't real people, so we're all good. Into Europa Universalis 4 or EU4. EU4 is a game about history and map painting, from the end of the medieval era to the French Revolution. From the era when we burned women at the stake to cutting their heads off instead, made by the Swedish developers Paradox Interactive, who have also made such masterpieces as March of the Eagle and Imperator Rome. Truly a golden age. Disclaimer, I will be playing with all the DLCs because I'm not a caveman. When you first launch the game, you'll be presented by a big map from which you will choose a nation to lead. We start in 1444, where you can choose any nation in either Europe, Africa, Asia, and lastly, when you start your first game, you'll realize the critical error you've made. There's a lot of fucking numbers and stats. Like the good old hat stat. 100 hats is good, 0 hats is bad. Or maybe your admin, diplo, and military points, also called mana. Oh shit, you've done it now. That's right, motherfucker. You thought you were playing a grand strategy game? No, it's just D&D in a big fucking map. Fortress giving you trouble, just blow it up with mana. Complex economics are causing inflation, just lower it with mana. Perhaps you've conquered a province, but there's Germans living there. Just remove them with mana. Where do they go? Well, they go to the endless land of sauerkraut and Underberg. Feeling a bit overwhelmed? Yeah, it's a complicated game, so let's break it down. First steps. Pick a nation, any nation, preferably a nation in Europe, hence the name. Make friends with the larger nations around you, but don't get too attached, since we will murder them in their sleep. And you can't really trust them since they are a program after all.
Help me! Help me! Nigga!
Get your economy in order by not funding anything until you need it. Just don't wait too long, or you might have a bad day.
Oh no!
Eye up the competition around you and get ready to shank them in a dark alley like a proper Englishman.
You fucking balmy plonker.
Send a declaration of war, get your ass kicked, lose your king in battle.
What? But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?!
And restart. Actually win the war, take their stuff, then rinse and repeat until you own the whole world. EU4 focuses on diplomacy.
I fart in your general direction!
And warfare. All other features merely feed these two. Trade is the lifeblood of some nations, so if they let minor issues like morality, ethics, and general human compassion stop them from getting in on the lucrative slave trade, they might get killed. But all money really does is feed the military-industrial complex. This game is perhaps overly complicated to a new player, like trade. How does it even work? No one knows. I simply refuse to talk about every feature of the game, like the finer detail of warfare. I have more pips than you, therefore you lose. Or I rolled 9 5 times in a row. And now Moscow's Lithuanian. I won that battle and that war. No cheats for you, trust me. Luck plays a large part in the aspects of the game.
No. Wait.
But stick in there, because when you have mastered the art of not being shit at EU4, it becomes one of the greatest grand strategy games in the genre. To give an example, I will use Burgundy in 1444. They have a lot of issues like a baked bean conundrum, a wiener problem, and worst of all, a baguette infestation. To survive, you'll have to defeat your enemies in detail. The baked bean people are busy getting rear-ended by a baguette. To appease the wiener, we'll send a royal princess to marry a wiener prince. Instead of beating us to death with their wiener, they will now do it to her. Now, I am a connoisseur of German softcore porn, so I know she's about to have the ride of a lifetime.
Yes! Come to Papa!
With the wiener people appeased, we will get them to help us fight the baguette people. With our monarch's mana points, we will make sure to have the greatest military technology on the field. We will even make our king a general.
Hot
Damn!
to lead our forces into battle, win several battles, and eventually the war. When all of EU4's many mechanics are fully explored and utilized, it becomes a masterpiece. As technology advances, so does every aspect of the game. Suddenly, cannons and guns dominate the field instead of closeted furries, also called cavalry. You'll unlock idea groups to further specialize your country to fit how you want to play. Some are good, others trash. The visuals of the game are okay, nothing amazing, but very good for the genre it is in. However, the music is a collection of fantastic tunes to accompany you while razing half of Europe to the ground. Replayability is not a problem. I have over 1500 hours and I'm still finding things to do in the game. Also, the game has a lot of achievements ranging from laughably easy to nightmare material. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The DLCs. If any other company did what Paradox does with their DLC policy, we would see riots in the street. But we don't riot because all grand strategy gamers don't go outside, and Paradox actually makes good games. I have every major DLC for EU4 and various music and unit packs, and it would still cost me 70 euros to buy the Ultimate Pack. If you don't have the game or any DLCs, the Ultimate Pack would cost a whopping 393 euros. What the fuck? No matter what you think of Paradox's DLC policy, this game is one of the great, but buy it on sale. The game costs 40 euros and is way too much without any DLCs. Final verdict is pretty good, but clearly no much of the Eagles.